This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is a violation of the law.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Grinnell Booster Club supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
I'm Sarah Smith, and I'm excited to share that I am running for Iowa House District 53 in 2022. As a lifelong Iowan and a native of Grinnell, I know the district well, and I have a vested interest in its success. It has been a home to my family for generations, which is why I am eager to learn more from you and support our collective growth. So please, follow me, ask me, join me. Visit sarahsmithforiowa.com.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza, Grinnell Mutual, West Finch Auto Plaza, the Dairy Barn, ASI Signs, the Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars, Grinnell Booster Club, and Sarah Smith for House. Chris Juni's on the call tonight. Pella softball comes to town versus Grinnell. Chris, what do you got?
All right, Dan, thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network on YouTube for tonight's Little Hawkeye Conference matchup between the Grinnell Tigers and the Pella Dutch. Pella Dutch, coached by Katie Grevert, coming at 5-12 in the conference, 10-18 overall. Their starting lineup goes together this way. Leading off is catching number 20, Ava Curry, who, by the way, is batting .526 on the season. Batting second, center fielder number 6, Kylie Tauke. She's batting .405. Batting third, third baseman number 9, Kiki Riggin. Batting fourth, right fielder number 4, Thea Wissy. Batting fifth, left fielder number 2, Katie Pollock. Batting sixth, second baseman number 13, Tori Van Vark. Batting seventh, the designated player number 5, Katrina Dixon. Batting eighth, first baseman number 8, Ellen Coben. Batting ninth, shortstop number 15, Katie Shekel. And pitching, but not batting, number 16, Sage DeYoung. Again, the Dutch come in 5-12 overall in the conference, 10-18 overall, coached by head coach Katie Gravert. For the Grinnell Tigers and head coach Mike Doty, they come in at 3-14 in the conference, 8-15 overall. Their lineup goes together this way: leading off and pitching number 13, Ella Greif. Batting second, center fielder number 23, Kate Van Coppernoll. Batting third, catching number 6, Greta Dodd. Batting fourth and playing right field, number 11, Ree Reese. Batting fifth, third baseman number 21, Ashlyn Imhoff. Batting sixth, second baseman number 32, Kelsey Van Coppernoll. Batting seventh, first baseman number 12, Jenna Mintle. Batting eighth, left fielder number 16, Libby Walton. Batting ninth, the designated player number 33, Macy Andrews. And playing shortstop tonight, but not batting, number 1, Taylor Smith. As we said, Tigers coming in. And it's been kind of a struggle for the Tiger girls coming in to this tonight's game, as it has been all season long. Just had one thing or another not quite go the way, never quite got the bounce or the break, or had an error here and there that just put them on the downside. Like, for example, we know the team can play. They go to a number 7 ranked Indianola, and that's number 7th ranked in Class 5A at Indianola, who plays a lot of metro schools, and they hung in there. They spotted them 1 run in the bottom of the first inning, and they ended up losing to Indianola 1-0. So this team can play, and you just know, you just get the feeling that they're going to put it all together. And when they do, watch out, this team can do some damage. Speaking of seasons coming up, the postseason assignments were released by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Tigers have dropped down a class this year. They're in Class 3A, Region 5, and their opponent on Wednesday, July 6th is PCM, and that is at PCM High School. So the Tigers are on the road at PCM. They will play the winner of top seed West Liberty and West Marshall, who also play the 6th. And then if the Tigers win that game against PCM, they will play the winner of the West Liberty-West Marshall game on Saturday the 9th. If they win that game, they will be in the regional final on Tuesday the 12th. And the other 4 teams in their district are Roland Story, Nevada, Des Moines Christian, and Ballard. So that's the second season, and Tigers dropping down a class, so we'll see how that goes. But first up are the Pella Dutch, and a couple of games left on their schedule. For example, tonight is Pella. On Wednesday, they are at Oskaloosa for a doubleheader. And then on July 1st, they are at Newton. And then, of course, on the 6th, we mentioned, they have PCM. Again, Tigers coming into tonight's game, they lost 3 of their last 5. But again, close ball games. They beat Linville Sully 9-5. They beat Pella Christian 8-1. And then they lost at Indianola, as I mentioned, 1-0 at Indianola High School. And then at Norwalk, they lost 2 games of a doubleheader, but still 3-5 the first game and then 9-0 in the second game. So once again, you just get the feeling this team is just, when they put it all together and get that opportunity and get things going, look out, because they have the tools there. We've seen that improvement all season long by this Tiger club, starting 2 8th graders, and then Macy Andrews is batting tonight. There's another 8th grader. So the best teacher and everything is experience, so the Tigers will certainly get that tonight, and they have got it all season long. We'll pause now as we have this national anthem moment, and when we come back, we'll have Tiger softball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, 3rd generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Paulie Ice Pizza, Grinnell Mutual, West Finch Auto Plaza. Our scoreboards are brought to you tonight by Grinnell Mutual, and our foul balls are brought to you tonight by Cirques Financial Services, and our innings are brought to you by Britt Nickel State Farm.
And a big tip of the hat and a hee-haw style salute to all those fine sponsors helping us make these broadcasts possible for you to enjoy. And so really appreciate their help, and do give them a shout-out as you're out and about doing your day. Pella Dutch will lead things off here with Ava Curry. As I said, oh, by the way, just batting .526. I'm not a math whiz, but I do know that basically translates to she gets one hit every 2 at-bats. That's pretty good. That'll get you some notice. Her teammate, Kylie Taki, bats second. She bats .405, which isn't chopped liver. But at this point in the season, for this many at-bats, to be batting .500, to me, that's just astounding. That is just, you got to give props to no matter who it is or who they're facing. That's impressive. So hats off to them.
Well,
all right.
And I know for everyone that's watching, they're probably looking at the scoreboard and thinking, well, geez, softball, we don't keep track of pitch count. But Chris, you and I, we always talk about, geez, how many pitches she got going in tonight. So we are going to, I left it up. We use it for the baseball scoreboard. We left it up tonight, so we'll be able to have an idea. How many pitches does a gal get in the evening?
Good answer. Good question. First pitch is attempted bunt, fouled off for strike one. Ava Curry, Kylie Tauke, and Kiki Riggin. First 3 batters for the Dutch here in the top of the first. Christine and Dan Walker, glad to have you with us on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network on YouTube on this beautiful Monday night here at the softball complex. Here's a pitch. Swung on and chopped foul right in the dirt again. And quickly, Greif is out in front. No balls, 2 strikes. Needless to say, it's always important to get that leadoff batter out. So look into something here. There's a pitch in upstairs. Curry, good discipline, would not chase it for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2, the Dutch catcher. No longer the Lady Dutch, simply just the Dutch. Here's the pitch. That's inside. Quick reaction there by Curry to snap back out of the way. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grinnell shortstop shaded towards third base just a little bit. Here's the pitch. In there low. And nice job by Curry to battle back. She was on the hole, no balls, 2 strikes, and she's battled back to a full count. Again, batting .526, you know she's a good hitter, and that's what the good hitters do. They make you throw them something they want. Here's the full count pitch coming from Greif. Gets the called strike. Curry didn't think so. She was heading to first. Gave a little look at the umpire. We will take it. And that's a big strikeout for that first out. Brings up center fielder number 6, Kylie Tauke, who's batting .405, which, again, that's not bad either. That's really good, actually. So props to those 2 young ladies. And I didn't give the averages of the rest of the Pella hitters, but they're all either above 300 or just right under. Tauke squares to bunt, and she pulls the bat back for ball 1. Umpire says she did not commit, so it is a ball. Like most teams, the Pella Dutch and the Grinnell Tigers, they wear the wristbands with numbers on them. That pitch in there for a strike. And the coach, instead of giving a whole bunch of signals, they just simply call out a number, a random number like 12 or 13 or whatever, and the players look down at their wristband, they find the corresponding number and get the play, and they know what's called. 1 ball, 1 strike now, 1 out to Tauke. Change up and a beauty for a strike. You can see that fooled Tauke. She started the swing and just kind of paused, and I wouldn't say it buckled her, but it made her pause. And now Greif ahead 1-2. Here's the pitch. Gets the outside corner for another strikeout. 2 strikeouts in a row. Strikeouts looking for 2 outs. Brings up third baseman number 9, Kiki Riggin. Riggin batting over 300 herself.
Batting third for the Dutch, third baseman number 9, Kiki Riggin.
So Riggin digs in against Greif. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Gets that outside corner for strike 1. Just like in any sport, we've talked about it as we've done these games, and we'll talk about it when we do football and then basketball and volleyball this fall. Every official calls it differently. You have to adjust as a player. And that ball is ripped. She got a good turn on it, ripped foul down the third base line for strike 2. So Greif ahead 0-2. The main thing is coaches, as a former coach myself, you don't get too upset or concerned about where the strike zone is or what they're calling, just that they're consistent. If you call it against me, you call it against the other team, then I'll adjust, and my players will adjust. That's the mindset of most of the coaches, I would believe. Here's a pitch, way outside for ball 1. Riggin would not chase it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on for Pella here in the top of the first inning. Just a beautiful sunny evening out here at the Tiger Softball Complex. Boys baseball team hosting the Pella Dutch baseball team as well. We'll give you updates on those scores as they come around. And there's a changeup for a swing and a miss. Strike 3. What an inning by Greif. Strikes out the side. Nobody up. And no score on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Pella retired in order. Pella nothing. Tigers coming to bat with Ella Greif, Caitlin Camperlaw.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by the Dairy Barn and ASI Signs.
All right, what a way to start the game if you're Coach Mike Doty and the Grinnell Tigers. Ella Greif strikes out the side, including hitters that hit one hitting over 500, one hitting over 400. 3 up, 3 down, nobody across. So that brings the Tigers up. Leading off is pitcher Ella Greif. She scores a bunt and puts a bunt down the third base line. Third baseman up on it, throw across, not in time. Not in time. Greif beats it out for a single.
Third baseman Riggin did all she could do.
So a hit for Greif to start things off. Tigers again coming in 3-14, 8-15 overall, but they've been in just about every game this season against some really stout competition. Little Hawkeye Conference, as always, as they are most sports, very solid. Indianola, Norwalk, DC, Dallas Center, Grimes, and all the above. Greif leads off, pitches inside for ball 1. They threw the ball out down. Catcher thought the runner was going, got past the second baseman out to center field, but quickly backed up by the Dutch center fielder, Kylie Tauke. So no advance, and it's ball 1. Kate Van Compernoll, the Tiger center fielder, stepping in now, facing Sage DeYoung. Here, Van Compernoll scores the bunt. Now the runner goes, throw down, not in time.
Safe at second on the steal.
Umpire took a long look at it. but she does steal the base.
Count on Van Compernal, runner at second, and nobody out.
2-0 now the count to Kate Van Compernal against Sage DeYoung, the Pella pitcher. So Tigers quickly have somebody in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Scores to bunt again. Thought about stealing third, but the catcher hopped up. Catcher for the Dutch, Ava Curry. There, the person who hits pretty well, she was up right away and just waiting for Greif to steal third. Fortunately, Ella did not, and she has to trot back. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And Pella was charging, thinking a bunt, but she took on that one, so it's a walk. First and second now brings up catcher Greta Dodd for the Tigers. The unique thing about softball is you cannot lead off the bag until the pitcher releases the ball, and once they do, you can stand out there. But once the catcher gets the ball back to the pitch and the pitcher's in the circle, that pitch right down the chute for strike one. Once the catcher gets the ball back to the pitcher, and as long as the pitcher's in the circle, you have to either then immediately retreat to the bag or advance to the next base. You cannot stay out there. If you do, you're out. That's a rule of high school softball. Scores to bunt. Now stealing third. Throw is high. Let's see, do they get her? No. Said she was safe.
Slides in under the tag. And is safe at third. Kate Van Compernal on the back end of that double steal. Safe at second.
And Ava Curry had a nice throw down there. A little bit high. Had to wait for the third baseman to get over there. Now Coach Mike Doty is going to go to the dugout. Get a courtesy runner here, it looks like. Going to run for Ella Greif, the pitcher. Josie Smith running now for Greif. And in all that excitement, Kate Van Compern also stole a base. No balls, 2 strikes to the Tiger catcher, Greta Dodd. Here comes a pitch from DeYoung. Swung on and hit towards the shortstop. The bobbled it. 1 run's going to score. Throw across, not in time. Just that little bobble is all it takes. Softball, the base is only 60 feet apart. Now Pella's going to call an infield here. Coach Katie Grabber didn't call. She just, the infield came out and they just decided, okay, we need to settle down and get this. So 1 run across for the Tigers. And they have runners at the corners at first and third. As Dodd was safe. We'll have to see if they charge that in there. She did bobble it, so more likely it probably was an error. But since we're not official scorers, I won't make that announcement. I'll leave that to other people. But in any event, I can tell you it's first and second, nobody out, and 1 run across for the Tigers. And now batting Ree Reese, the eighth grade right fielder. There's a throw down to first. Or correction, down to third. Runner just trotted down to second. So Greta Dodd, they just basically gave her the base, and the catcher, Ava Curry, threw down to third to see if they could catch somebody sleeping. They could not. That pitch is in there for a called strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike, I believe, is the count on Ree Reese, the 8th grader. Here's the pitch. That's outside. A little too far out for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. 1 run across. Runners at second and third for the Tigers here at the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Swung on a ripped. That is going to be just foul. Reese got a good turn on it, but ripped it foul. That evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So just like that, a single, a walk, and a stolen base, and a stolen base. And Tigers lead 1-0. Here's the pitch. Way outside. Catcher tried to frame it for the umpire. Did not get the call, and the count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Ree Reese, an 8th grader, digs in. Here's the pitch. Swung on and just put out play in the hole of third. Shortstop has a long throw. Reese has to go across. No, not in time. Another run comes across. Van Compernal scores.
2 in for the Tigers, and time is called.
And Pella coach Katie Gravert going to call the troops together for an official visit. They don't keep track of official visits on the defensive side. And Tigers up 2-0. And I mean, it just goes with such a great start on the defensive side. They struck out the side, 3 up, 3 down, against arguably one of the better top 3 lineups in the conference. And now they come out and they get 2 runs across and still nobody out. So Tigers really have to be very happy the way things started out here.
Kind of reminds me of the Pella Christian game.
Yeah. So Reese reaches.
Nobody out.
That's a clean single for Reese.
Batting fifth for Grinnell, third baseman 21,
So first and third.
Imhoff.
Nobody out. Brings up third base for number 21, the senior, Ashlyn Imhoff. Facing Sage DeYoung. Here comes a pitch from DeYoung. On the outside corner. And the Tiger runner just trots down to second. Ava Curry looked at it and tried to throw to third to see if they could catch a snapping again. Could not, so Reese gets a stolen base. And it's 1 ball, no strikes to Imhoff. Here's the pitch. Swung on and turned and fouled up out of play. Foul ball sponsored all season long by Cirques Financial Services. Don't run afoul of your financial situation. Contact Cirques Financial today. Tom Cirques, Dustin Smith, Natalie Pavey for all your financial needs. 1-1. She puts down a bunt, and it's a beauty. Let's see. Catcher was motioning. It looked like it hit her. And the catcher was trying to get the call, but the umpire says, nope, we're good. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runners to second and third for the Tigers with 2 across already. They lead 2-0 over the Dutch. Here's the pitch. Low and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kelsey Van Compernel, the Tigers' second baseman, waits on deck. Here's the pitch. Swung on and ripped. That's to right field, a clean signal. 1 runs in. Coach Doty's going to hold the runner at third. Nice single that time by Imhoff. Really turned on that pitch and launched it between the first and second baseman. And same thing, runners at first and third with nobody out. Another run across. Brings up second baseman, number 32, Kelsey Van Compernel. There's a pitch. Again, Tigers soaring, throw down to third. Runner gets back. So Imhoff gets a stolen base.
Second and third for Grinnell.
And even though it goes as a stat for a stolen base, with the runner on third, the Dutch are going to just give him that one. Most coaches just say, don't worry about that. Give him second base. We want to watch that run to third. Here's the pitch. Squares to bunt and lays down a beauty at the first baseline. Here they come to first. They get to out there. Throw home, not on time. It works.
Successful on a 3-4 pitcher to the second baseman in this case. Tori Van White covering on the sacrifice.
And they do get the out of first, but Reese scores.
An RBI for Van Compernel. 1 out, runner at third. 4 in.
Imhoff goes all the way to third and all that. So the Tigers have 4 across with 1 out. Brings up first baseman number 12, Jenna Mintle. Against Sage DeYoung. Here's a pitch. Way outside. Nice stop by Curry that time. That ball bounced and she had a hop to the side and stick her glove out and did get a glove on it to save another potential run. In there for ball 1. 7th Tiger to come to bat this inning, which is good news if you're Coach Mike Doty and the Tigers. You like to see that. A lot of that. Here's a pitch. Squares to bunt. She committed. Fouled it down, so it's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike again. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 on third. Here's a pitch. That is low for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tigers with 4 runs in the bottom of this first inning, looking for more. Leading Pella 4-0. High school softball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network, powered by YouTube. Here's the 2-1. Squares to bunt again. This time gets it down. It looked like it's a fair. Oh, they got her in a rundown. Here comes the throw home, and they got her. Oh, they called her safe. Oh, he's calling a foul ball. Both of them have a foul. Yep, they talk to each other. So it's a foul ball. So all of that was for nothing. Everybody resets and we go back. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on mental. Everybody has to return to their positions.
2 balls, 2 strikes, running third, 1 out.
I believe that was called by the field umpire. Which, if you're an umpire and you see it and your partner does it, that's what you're supposed to do. Let them know. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss for strikeout. Throw down to third. Not in time. And mental strikes out for the second out. Brings up left fielder number 16, Libby Walton.
Batting 8 for the Tigers, left fielder number 16, Libby Walton.
8th batter to come to the plate for the Tigers this inning. Again, Tigers up 4-0. Runner on third, but now there's 2 outs as DeYoung faces off against Walton. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch upstairs for ball 2, or rather ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on third for the Tigers here in the bottom of the first inning. Tigers have 4 across. They lead Pella 4-0. Here's the pitch. Inside. And DeYoung did not get the corner, so ball 2. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 3. 3-1 now the count to Walton. Designated player Macy Andrews waiting on deck. Should Walton get on. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung. Does she commit? Yes, they did. That fills up the count of 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The runners will be going, or runner, I should say, will be going. As the pitcher releases it, here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and hit up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Going to get a run in. Tigers now with 5 across. Single by Libby Walton and an RBI. And Tigers now lead 5-0. Again, what a start for the Grinnell Tigers. Brings up the designated player, number 33, Macy Andrews. 9th Tiger to bat in this inning. Then we'll go back to the top of the order, should Macy reach. 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch, outside for ball 1. Ava Curry, the Dutch catcher, gives a little look down to first. And Walton scurries back. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Here's the 1-0 pitch coming from DeYoung. She squares to bunt, commits and misses for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike to the Tiger 8th grader. 3rd 8th grader in the lineup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit. That's going to be trouble in shallow center field, but the center fielder playing it short makes the catch for the out to retire the side. 5 runs in for the Tigers. They lead 5-0 on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
I'm Sarah Smith, and I'm excited to share that I am running for Iowa House District 53 in 2022. As a lifelong Iowan and a native of Grinnell, I know the district well, and I have a vested interest in its success. It has been a home to my family for generations, which is why I am eager to learn more from you and support our collective growth. So please follow me, ask me, join me. Visit sarahsmithforiowa.com.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by the Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars and Sarah Smith for House. And this second inning is brought to you by Brent Nichols State Farm.
There it is. All right, leading off for the Dutch here in the top of the second inning, right fielder number 4, Thea Wissy. Steps in to face Greif. 5-0 Tigers. There's first pitch swung on right to third. Cross the diamond in time. Gets out Wissy. 5-3 put out. And the first out. One pitch, one out. That's the way you want that to work. Brings up left fielder number 2, Katie Pollock for the Dutch. Left-handed batter. And Daniel, we talked about it all season long, but how many games we've seen the Tigers be on the wrong side of this? It's good to see them on the right side. This time, getting this big start. They got 3 up, 3 down in their half of the inning. Then they put 5 runs on, and that pitch hit her. Pollock was hit by a pitch there. I'll come back to here, Dan, in just a minute. So hit batsman gives the Dutch their first base runner. Brings up the second baseman, number 13, Tori Van Vark. But, good starts are everything, as you know, in sports. And what a way to that first inning. And their defensive side, 3 up, 3 down. Offensive end, they get 5 runs across. Couldn't ask for a better start.
Yeah, they've just been plagued by the bad luck of having those errors in the first 2 innings, and they get set behind. So, again, against Pella, Pella Christian, Monday night, they had a great night of no errors or little errors. So, adding towards it, they'll be good tonight with Pella.
All right. That pitch in there looked like it was outside, but caught the corner for strike 1. That pitch looked to be about the same spot, but I'm blind in one eye. I can't see out of the other, so I'll go with the umpire on that one for 1 ball, 1 strike. We're not right there like the umpire is, so we'll refrain from that. But 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch inside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Runner at first for Pella. Katie Pollock, the left fielder, reached after being hit by a pitch. And Van Vark steps back in, the Dutch second baseman facing Greif. Here's the 2-1 from Greif. Swung on and popped up. Third base side is going to drift. Long run for everybody. Just right where nobody could get to it. It's a long strike. Strike 2 evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, if you're just joining us, you missed an eventful first inning. Tigers, Dutch led off in the top of the first. 3 up, 3 down. 3 strikeouts by Greif. And then the bottom of the first, Tigers get 5 runs across on 4 hits. They lead the Dutch 5-0. Now we're in the top of the second. There's a pitch on, swung by up the middle for a base hit. Perfect example there how, you want to try to hit line drive rows, but that ball was just perfectly placed by Van Vark. Right up the middle. Far enough left of the shortstop where the Tigers couldn't get it. And Dutch got something going here in the top of the second inning. Runners at first and second and nobody out. Brings up designated player number 5, Katrina Dixon. Takes a long look at her coach, Katie Gravert. Couple of practice swings, now steps in. And here we go. Runners at first and second, nobody out for the Dutch. Here's a pitch. Outside for ball 1. Seems like in every contest or game there comes a moment where things don't go your way or a couple of things here and there. You have to be good enough to overcome that. So let's see if the Tigers can overcome this. Pella with runners at first and second, nobody out. See what shakes. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and called a strike. A late call by the umpire.
1 out.
Oh, there's 1 out, yes. My apologies. Thank you, Dan. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at first and second for Pella here in the top of the second. Here comes a pitch from Greif. Right down the middle and turned on and ripped foul by Dixon. Out in front of that pitch. But now behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As you said, the Tiger baseball team hosting the Pella Dutch. And in the bottom of the first, there's no score. Tigers have runners at second and third, though, with 2 outs. We'll give you updates on that game throughout the night here on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Here comes the 1-2 from Greif. Gets the outside corner for a very huge, very big strikeout for out number 2. Brings up the first baseman, number 8, Ellen Coben.
Batting 8, the first baseman, number 8, Ella Corbin.
So again, Dutch have runners at first and second, but now with 2 outs, and Coben steps in. The first baseman, pitch on the way, in there for a strike. Of course, this time of year, every team's looking to get momentum as the playoff pairings were released. We'll tell you about that again here in a minute as time permits. Swing and a miss and fouled off by Coben, and she's in the hole 0-2. The pairings were announced. The Tigers, as we said, are in Class 3A. They will go to PCM and play Pella, Prairie City Monroe, at their high school at PCM Wednesday, July 6th at 7 o'clock. 0-2 upstairs. Coben didn't chase. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If they win that game, they will play the winner of West Liberty and West Marshall at West Liberty High School on Saturday, July 9th. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here's a pitch. Swung on, popped up short. Van Comperl ranges over from second base. She catches it, and that out retires the side, and nobody scores for the third out. Pella with 2 runners on, but nobody across. They trail 5-0 on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyeyesgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza and Grinnell Mutual.
All right, to the bottom of the second we go. Chris Junie, Dan Walker with you. High school softball, the Tiger Sports live stream network on YouTube. Glad to have you with us on this Monday night. Again, absolutely beautiful evening for softball. Not much wind. Matter of fact, no wind. The flag hanging limp out there in right center field. Tigers, on the strength of that first inning, lead Pella 5-0. Come to bat here in the bottom of the second inning. With the top of their order, Ella Greif, the pitcher, leading off. She singled and scored her last time up. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped up into the infield. Shortstop under it, makes the catch for the out to retire Greif. Brings up center fielder number 23, Kate Van Comperl. She walked and scored her prior trip to the plate. A lot of options here for Coach Doty with Kate's speed. He could have her bunt, have her hit away. Facing DeYoung, here's a pitch. Catches the inside corner for strike 1. I will say what I've seen. We talked about it earlier, but the main thing you want from umpires is to be consistent. If you call it for one team, you call it for the other. And so far, this umpire has been giving the outside corners to both teams. Pitch, there's a shot to left field. Going back is a Pella player over her head, up against the wall. Van Comperl heading for second. Oh, she's going to head into third now. Here comes the throw, and she beats it. Gets past her, but the catch is there to back it up. So we had a bobble there. That so they'll call that a double, and then advancing to third on the air. Gives the Tigers a runner at third base with 1 out. Brings up the catcher, Greta Dodd. She singled and scored her last time up. And again, a lot of options in place here for Coach Doty. Bunt always being one of them. Here comes the pitch from DeYoung. Swung on and jammed her, but fisted it off. Going to drop in no man's land. That drops in front of the third baseman. Shortstop couldn't get to it. Greif, or rather Dodd, running the whole way. Goes all the way around and to second. Gets an RBI. And Tigers now lead 6-0 over Pella. Wow. And that's a single for Dodd. And that brings up right fielder, 8th grader, Reese. Aiden Gotslink now running at second base for the Tigers. Just freshly brought up from the farm system, Coach Doty told me today. So, thrill for that young lady to get in. Ashley Imhoff now at the plate, pitches way up and almost over her head for ball one. She singled and scored her first time up, did Imhoff, the Tiger senior. Pella fans hoping DeYoung kind of settles in here, and so strikes. There's a pitch on the right. It's low, gets away from the catcher, Curry, but she hops up quickly, smothers it, no advance by Gosling at second, and they are ahead of the count, 2 balls and no strikes. That just catches the outside corner for strike one. And that pitch is upstairs and outside for ball 3. 3-1 now to Reese. Pitch on the way, swung on by Reese, hit right to the first baseman, scoops it up, gets the put out. Gosling advances to third on the play, so it's 3 unassisted for the second out. Brings up senior number 21, Ashlyn Imhoff. First pitch in there, fouled off for strike one. Imhoff singled and scored her last time up as well. A lot of Tigers did that in the first inning, putting up 5 runs across the board. And one in this inning, they lead 6-0. Here's a pitch. Swung on and popped up way high. Short center field. Center fielder coming in underneath it. Makes the catch to retire the side. But Tigers do pick up a run. They lead 6-0 on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza. The Dairy Barn in the top of the third inning is brought to you by Brent Nichols State Farm.
As Dan just said, we are in the top of the third inning. Tigers lead 6-0 over the Pella Dutch.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 15, Katie.
And leading off for the Dutch in this top of the third inning, shortstop number 15, Katie Shekel. 9th batter in the lineup. Here's a pitch from Greif. Outside for ball one. Umpire's given the corner, but not that big a corner. Pitches ball one, swung on and fouled back. Chop foul behind the plate. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, Tiger softball team host Oskaloosa Wednesday night here at the softball complex in a doubleheader. Our next broadcast on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is Wednesday when the Tiger baseball team has a doubleheader. That pitch is fouled back to the fence for strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oskaloosa comes to town. Our Tiger boys baseball team hosts Oskaloosa for a doubleheader First pitch around 5:30 will take the air about 5:20 or so, thereabouts. Yours truly and Dan Walker, the call, that doubleheader. And that will be our last Tiger Sports live stream broadcast for this season, for baseball anyway. Here's a pitch. Change up. A beauty. Just misses upstairs for ball 2. Most people in the house, on the Tiger side anyway, thought that was a strike. But the person in blue, who's the only opinion that accounts, said no. 2-2. That catches the outside corner. Gets the outside corner again, which we've talked about. He is giving the pitchers that call. So Shekel strikes out for the first out. Top of the order, the catcher, number 20, Ava Curry. And since I haven't probably said it tonight, but more than half a dozen times, she's batting .526 coming in. Now, it might be a little less because she struck out the first time. Here's a pitch inside. Way inside for ball 1.
This could be the 1 for 2, though.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, she's due. You don't want to make her mad, and I'm sure she can do a lot of damage. She has 5 homers on the season. There's Curry ripping one. Van Compernol. She scoops it up, diving to her left, makes the play, and gets Curry out. A big, huge out. Keeping Curry off the base path for the second out. Wow, put an asterisk by that play. The Tigers go on to win this, and I know there's a lot of softball left. Put a big asterisk by that one. That was a big play. Now we've got, let's see what we're doing here. Oh, the umpire in the field saw there's blood on Van Compernol, so they're going to call time, and she will get that attended to, I believe. When she dove, must have scraped up her wrist, so the umpire saw the blood, so they got to wrap it up as per high school rules. So we have a little pause here in the action. As you said, Wednesday will be our last Tiger Sports Live Stream Network broadcast for baseball, softball. Then we'll take, roughly about 7 or so weeks off. Then we'll have Tiger football on the new Tiger Turf Field. Tigers host Bend Community. First game out of the gate.
Yep, first game of the year.
And I'm very privileged and blessed to be calling those football games for you. 4 home games this year that we'll have the call on. Myself, Dan Walker.
John Osborne will join us in the cameraman position.
All right. Blood taken care of. Now Taki steps in to face Greif. 2 outs, nobody on for the Dutch. Here's a pitch. Inside for ball 1.
One thing that we're going to do a little bit different as into the next 2022-23 season, we're partnering with Marshtown Community College for their communications broadcasting program. So we may have some interns that step in, run the camera, do some of our production work on the side. So we're pretty excited about that partnership as we go forward with Steve Muntz.
That pitch outside for ball 2, 2-0 now the count. I thought you were going to maybe give me a meal stipend or something. I was getting excited there, Dan. We'll talk about that later, right?
Might upgrade you to a Snickers and 2 waters
There
instead.
you go. Hey, I'll take it. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike now to Taki. The Dutch center fielder. Pella, I'm sure, is wondering what in the world hit him. There's pitch grounded to third in fair ball. Ooh, foul. Okay.
Yeah, she grabbed it right when across the foul line.
Her feet were in fair territory when she touched it, but I'm a basketball coach. I've said it before. I don't know enough about the rules. The man in blue knows the rules, so he called it foul ball, so that's what we go with. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Nice snag by him off at third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's a pitch. Taki didn't chase it. Up and away in the zone for ball 3. Tigers lead 6-0 over the Pella Dutch here at the top of the 3rd inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the payoff pitch coming from Greif. Swung on and hit towards shortstop. Scooped up by the Tigers across the diamond in time for the out to retire the side 6-3. Dutch get no runs. They trail 6-0 on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy. Or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by ASI Signs, the Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Here in the bottom of the third inning, leading off for the Tigers, second baseman Kelsey Van Compernoll. First pitch is upstairs for ball one. Thought I heard the umpire call strike, but he didn't put his hand up, so it's ball one. Van Compernoll grounded out to the pitcher the first time up. Next pitch in there inside, but caught the corner for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Tigers' second baseman made that fantastic play. That pitch is inside. I don't know if it hit her or not. Let's see. I don't think it hit her, but she had to hop and skedaddle out of the way of that one for ball 2. Facing DeYoung. Here's the 2-1. Upstairs for ball 3. DeYoung gave a long look at the home plate umpire that time. I think getting a little frustrated now, starting to some frustration maybe set in a little bit. 3 balls and a strike. Here's a pitch. Swung on and foul back off the fence. Nice job of hitting by Van Compernoll. That pitch was up and in, and she fought it off. Hit it on the bat right above the hands. Fouled it off for strike 2. And that's when you hear players and people say, protect the plate, not protect. That's what they're talking about. Foul a pitch off till you get one you like. Here's a 3-2. Swung on and ripped to center field. Center field ranging over with great speed. Runs it down. Nice catch by the Dutch center fielder. And that will retire Van Compernoll. Nice speed in the outfield that time. That pitch was headed for extra bases. But she ran to it, caught it for the first out. Brings up first baseman number 12, Jenna Mintle. Struck out her first time up. Mintle, the lefty, steps in to face Sage DeYoung. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Swung and ripped foul down the third base line off the fence, just past Coach Doty, who didn't even hardly flinch. He has quicker reflexes than I do. It'd be past me by the time I even picked it up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out now to Mintle. Nobody on for the Tigers here in the bottom of the third. Here's a pitch from DeYoung. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. DeYoung with the pitch. Swung on and hit towards the shortstop side, scooped up by the shortstop across the diamond in time. Gets Mintle. 6-3 put out, brings up the second out. And that brings up left fielder number 16, Libby Walton. She singled and was stranded at first base her first time up. Walton now steps in to face Sage DeYoung. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 1. And again, Dan, we talked about at the top of the show. You talked about it, the pitch count. I'm just looking over my pitches here, which are very unofficial, but, you know, DeYoung is probably at this point in the 50 or 60 pitch range already, which it's a different arm motion as that pitch is in there for a strike. Different arm motion for the girls, And they don't have the pitch count because it's supposed to be more of a natural position according to orthopedic doctors who've studied those things. But still, that's a lot of pitches, and they're making it work for it.
So we're at 57.
There you go.
Unofficially.
Well, I was right in the ballpark. Pitch upstairs for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. And again, unlike the boys in baseball, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Association does not make them keep a pitch count. Here's a pitch. Swung on, foul back by Walton. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Twos are almost wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Tigers lead Pella 6-0 on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network on YouTube. Chris, Junie, Dan Walker with you on this beautiful Monday night for Little Hawkeye Conference softball. Here's the pitch. Inside. Got past the catcher. And that makes it a full count.
I thought it hit her, but must have been just off her backside.
Ticked off. I think it ticked off. I thought I heard something too, but I think it ticked off the catcher's glove. I think Curry got a glove on it. Here comes the full count payoff pitch. Swung on and called strike 3. Didn't swing. She looked at it, but it is a called strike 3. Tigers 1-2-3. They still lead 6-0 on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
I'm Sarah Smith, and I'm excited to share that I am running for Iowa House District 53 in 2022. As a lifelong Iowan and a native of Grinnell, I know the district well, and I have a vested interest in its success. It has been a home to my family for generations, which is why I am eager to learn more from you and support our collective growth. So please follow me, ask me, join me. Visit sarahsmithforiowa.com.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Sarah Smith for Iowa House. Polly Ice Pizza and the top of this 4th inning is brought to you by Brent Nickel State Farm.
Leading off for the Dutch in the top of the 4th inning, third baseman, number 9, Kiki Riggin. She struck out her first time up. Again, Tigers, if you're just joining us, lead Pella 6-0. Top of the 4th inning here. They play 7. Chris, Junie, Dan Walker, happy to be with you here on this Monday night on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Here's the pitch from Greif. Swung on and popped up just above the plate. Catcher Greif makes the catch for the pop-out to retire Riggin for the first out. That brings up right fielder number 4, Thea Wissey. She grounded out to the third baseman her first time up. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's a good average for a pitcher. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 1. (6-0) Grinnell on top of Pella in this Little Hawkeye Conference softball game. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and blasted foul down the third base line. Got out in front of that and turned on it hard. Did Wissey. But fouled it down the left field line for strike 1. Again, our next broadcast on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network will be Wednesday night. We'll have the Tiger boys baseball team hosting Oskaloosa for a doubleheader starting at 5:30. Broadcast will take there about 5:20 or so. There's a changeup. Looked good from here, but called a ball. 2 balls and a strike. By the way, foul balls, as they have been all season long, brought to us by Sirks Financial. Don't run afoul of your financial situation. Stop in or contact Sirks Financial, Tom Sirks, Dustin Smith, or Natalie Pavey. There's a pitch grounded up the middle. That's going to be a base hit for Wissey. So Wissey with her first hit of the night gets a single. Brings up left fielder number 2, Katie Pollock. Pollock was hit by a pitch and advanced to second. Her first time up was stranded there. So let's see what Coach Katie Graver does here. Don't know how much speed there is at first base with the Dutch right fielder Wissy, but we'll find out. Pollock steps in to face Greif. Here's a pitch. In there for a strike. Tiger infield in, anticipating a bunt. Third baseman Ashlyn Imhoff is not quite halfway between home and third, but pretty good step in by her at third. 0-1 pitch on the way. Upstairs for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Dutch left fielder. So far, Coach Katie Grabber does not even look to send Wissy at first. There's a pitch there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, with the left-handed batters, you also got to worry about the slap bunt, and I'll explain what that is to people who maybe not know what I'm talking about here in just a moment. 1-2. There's a swing, but a foul ball. Kind of missed it. If you saw it there, what a slap bunt is, the left-handed batter starts running out of the box towards the first base side, holds the bat out and tries to just get the bat on the ball as they're leaving the box. It's called a slap bunt. Very effective way to get on. Here's the pitch. Again, slap bunt to first, or rather the pitcher, Greif, recovers, gets the out at first. No way to get the runner going to second, so sacrifice for Pollock. 1-3 on the put out and the sacrifice. Pella now has a runner at second with 2 outs. Brings up second base number 13, Tori Van Vark. She singled and was stranded at first, her first time up. Facing the Tiger pitch, Ella Greif with 2 outs. Here's a pitch. Swung on and fouled down the third base line for strike 1. Slap bunt, a very effective tool, especially if the runner is very, very fast. The only catch is the batter must be in the box when they make contact with the ball. If they're outside the box and they make contact, they are out. Here comes a pitch from Greif. Hit up the middle. That's going to be a single. See if Capper's going to send her home. Nope, she holds her at third. Coach Grabber holds the runner at third. Van Compernol gets it in. So Van Vark has a clean single. Brings up designated player number 5, Katrina Dixon. She struck out looking her last time up. I'm sure Coach Grabber's going to send the runner at second. I'm sure Coach Doty's going to tell his players to let that run go. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Runners at first and second, 2 outs for the Dutch here in the top of the 4th inning. They trail Grinnell 6-0 on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. 0-1 coming now from Greif. Swung on and chopped towards the second base side. Van Compernol quickly in there, makes the play, charges the ball to get the out, and retire the side with no runs. Tigers lead 6-0 on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual and West Finch Auto Plaza.
All right, to the bottom of the 4th we go. Leading off for the Tigers, designated player number 33, Macy Andrews. She flew out to center field her first time up.
Designated player 33, Macy Andrews.
Kylie Tauke out there in center field. She had a run in to catch that one from Andrews. She chased one down in right center field, rob a hit from another Tiger. That first pitch is in there for a strike. So a lot of speed out there in center field for the Dutch. which is what you want in your outfield. There's a pitch on the way. Andrews swung towards third, scooped up by the third baseman across the diamond in time. Gets Andrews out, making contact with the ball. The 5-3-8 put out for the first out brings up the top of the order for the Tigers. The pitcher, number 13, Ella Greif. She singled and scored her first time up, flew out to the shortstop her second time up. 1 for 2 on the night is Ella, facing Sage DeYoung, the Dutch pitcher. First pitch on the way, inside for ball 1. Boys lead Pella 2-0 in the bottom of the third, as that pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Bases are full with 1 out for the Tigers in the bottom of the third. We'll keep you updated on that boys baseball game as the night progresses. 2 balls, no strikes now to Greif. Here's a pitch from DeYoung. That pitch misses. And again, DeYoung gives a long look at the umpire. Not agreeing with some of those calls, but nonetheless, it's 3-0 to Greif. There's a pitch, taking all the way, and gets a strike. 3-1 now the count. I think I've said this before. My wife played softball for the Rolling Story legendary coach Bill Hennessy. That pitch in there for strike 2. Now Greif takes a little look back, a glance back at the umpire. Thought that was inside, but nice battling back by DeYoung to make the count full. Here's the payoff. It's low, bounces away from the catcher. Greif hustles down. Curry gets the ball, so no chance to advance to second on the walk. Brings up the center fielder, Kate Van Compernoll. She walked and scored and doubled and scored her prior 2 trips. She's 2 for 2 on the night. But as I said, my wife played for legendary coach Bill Hennessy, and my wife was one of the better hitters on the team. And she always wanted to hit 3-0 because she knew she was going to get something to hit. But I asked her, did coach ever let you hit? No, he always gave me the take side, and I hated that. I think most hitters do. They want to swing away. Pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Greif kind of fakes it going to second. Curry hops up to look her back. And Greif stays at first, and it's ball 1. Greta Dodd, the Tiger catcher, on deck. Here comes a pitch from DeYoung. Runner goes, swung and fouled off the mask. Terrific jump by Greif there. Got a great jump. Even if that pitch would have been handled cleanly and not fouled off, I doubt if Pella would have got her. But as it is, Van Compernoll fouls it off. 4 strike, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at first for Grinnell. In the bottom of the 4th inning, they lead 6-0 over the Dutch here. High school softball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. There's the pitch. Catches the outside corner for called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now against the Tiger center fielder. Greif going again. There's Van Compernoll listed out to center field. Greif's going to have to return back. She gets back. Nice throw. Gets back just in time. Nice throw in by Tauke. Made that play a lot closer than probably Coach Doty and the Tigers would have liked to have seen it. Fly out to center field for 2 outs. Brings up the catcher, Greta Dodd. Now the Tigers going to have a courtesy runner. Josie Smith now running at first for the Tigers. 2 outs, runner at first. Tigers lead 6-0. Greta Dodd singled and scored, and Singleton was stranded at third her prior 2 trips. She's 2 for 2 also. Takes the first pitch from DeYoung in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung and chopped foul by Dodd, and she's in the hole 0-2. Pella will have their 8-9 hitters. Coben, Shekel, and the top of the order, Curry in the top of the 5th. 0-2 now coming from DeYoung. Here's the pitch. Swung on and bounced towards the deep short. Shortstop tries to throw it across. She just knocked it down. No chance to get the runner. Greif is safe at second. Dodd gets to first on the infield hit. And brings up the right fielder, 8th grader number 11, Ree Reese.
Gosselink is the pinch or courtesy runner for Dodd at first.
Aiden Gosselink in now running for Dodd at first. Reese singled and scored her first time up and then grounded out to the first baseman unassisted for her second trip. Coach Doty talking to the 8th grader. See what he puts on. Pella infield creeps in a little bit to maybe chat. Reese gets her instructions from her coach. And we are set for softball. 2 outs, runners at first and second for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Hopefully an umpire writing something down. Oh, getting just the courtesy runners in. Puts his mask on, points to the pitcher, and we are ready to go. DeYoung looks in, gets the sign. Here's a pitch. Swung on, and that ball's popped up on the first base side. Drifting foul out of play. It stays in play, but just in that no person's land there between first and outfield. Nobody could get to it. It's a long strike. Strike one now to Reese. Again, Reese singled and scored her first time up. Rounded out to the first baseman, her second trip. Here's a pitch. Swung on and hit towards second base. Dutch second base person picks it up. Over to first in time before the final out. Tigers strand 2. They lead 6-0 on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by the Dairy Barn and ASI Signs.
Top of the 5th we go for the Dutch. Leading off for the Dutch, first base number 8, Ellen Coben. She popped out to second base her first time up. Tigers lead 6-0, getting 5 runs in the first and 1 in the second. Been held scoreless since. But the good news for the Grinnell Tiger fans and Coach Mike Doty and the team, so have the Dutch. They are scoreless. 6-0 Grinnell with the lead. Top of the 5th. Ella Greif to face Coben. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for ball 1. Tiger boys baseball team now leads 4-0. The top of the 4th inning over the Dutch. Braxton Schaefer pitching for the Tigers. Pitch from Greif swung on and fouled on the third base line by Coben. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, we will have our broadcast Wednesday night. Doubleheader boys baseball. Tigers hosting Oskaloosa here on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. First game at 5:30. We'll take the air around 5:20 or so. Myself and Dan Walker on the call. Pitch in from Greif just outside for ball 2. And that will be our last broadcast of the 2022 softball baseball season. Here's the 2-1 coming from Greif. Upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. And as I said, we'll have about a 7-week or so break, and then we have Tiger football with the new turf this fall. And that pitch bounces low off the dirt in front, and Coben gets a walk.
And pitch missing for ball 4.
So Coben gets on, brings up the shortstop, number 15, Katie Shekel. She struck out looking her first time up.
Number 15, Katie Shekel.
And I say new turf because every indication is from Superintendent of Schools Janet Stutz is and Athletic Activities Director Chris Coffin is they will have that turf field done and ready in time for that football game. First pitch from Greif upstairs and away for ball 1.
I know that they had a little hiccup with the drainage, but they have a special board meeting to get that approved, so hopefully it does stay on pace here.
Yeah, and that's what I was basing on. I heard Dr. Stutz on the radio, and she was saying that, that was a hiccup. Oh, that pitch in the dirt gets past. Runners advancing to second. Coburn down to second, and that's ball 2.
Nobody out. Runner at second for Pella.
Here again, where the Tigers just got to take a breath, adjust, compose themselves, and get back to doing things that got them here. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 shekel. Then the top of the order for the Dutch. Squares to bunt, pulls the bat back, but is called a strike. 2-1 now the count. Coburn out second base. But yeah, Dr. Stutz said that that was a bit of a hiccup. They had the special board meeting, got the funds passed to take care of that drainage situation. So barring anything else, they will be on schedule and ready to go for that first football game. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit towards the shortstop, out to the center field for a base hit. Graver sends the run home. Coburn scores from second, and the Dutch get their first run on the board on a clean single by Katie Shekel. It is now 6-1. Now we go to the top of the order, and Ava Curry, the catcher, up. Statistically, the Dutch's most dangerous hitter. Facing Greif. Here's the pitch, up and in for ball 1. I have watched enough softball to know that these hitters like this, especially the good ones, they don't like being 0 for 2. So Curry is probably chomping at the bit. There's a pitch ripped towards first, off the glove of Mendel. So it's going to go in there. We'll see what they charge that, but there's a line shot. Curry turned on it. In and out of Mendel's glove there. So Dutch have runners at first and second with nobody out. That brings up the center fielder, Kylie Tauke. Courtesy runner. Autumn Blythe in now to courtesy run for the pitcher, or rather the catcher.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, Curry. So runner at first is Autumn Blake.
Kylie Tauke struck out and grounded out her prior 2 trips, so she's 0 for 2 tonight. Dutch got something working here in the top of the 5th. Already got 1 run across. Tauke stands in now against Greif. Here's a pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. Runners at first and second, nobody out for the Dutch. Here at the top of the 5th. Here's the 0-1 from Greif. Change up. Misses upstairs for ball 1. Third baseman Kiki Riggin on deck for the Dutch. Scores to bunt, lays down a bunt. Charging from third to the third baseman, gets across in time to get the out. Runner does advance, both runners advance. So sacrifice by Tauke does her job. 5-3 on the put out for the first out. Brings up third baseman number 9, Kiki Riggin. Again, she struck out and grounded out her prior 2 trips. Here's a pitch from Greif. Outside for ball 1. 6-1, Tigers with the lead over Pella here in the top of the 5th. The Dutch working on something. Runners at second and third, 1 out. And Riggin batting. Here's a pitch from Greif. Swung on and chopped towards third base side. Minto bobbles it across in time. There Imhoff gets the runner. At first, Riggin is retired. That does score Shekel from third. So Dutch get a second run in. They now trail 6-2. And Curry advances to third on the throw. But now there are 2 outs. That brings up right fielder number 4, Thea Wissy. She grounded out and singled her first 2 trips. Pitch from Greif on the way. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. So 2 runs across for the Dutch here in the top of the 5th. Wissy now steps in to face Greif. That pitch upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Greif sets, gets the sign, and here comes the pitch. Swung on and ripped foul, way out of play, over on the tennis courts. Thea Wissey really turned on that pitch, got way out in front of it, and fouled it off over the left field fence for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dutch trail the Tigers 6-2 with a runner at third here in the top of the 5th inning. 1-2 from Greif on the way. Change up. Just misses. Tiger fans wanted that one. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th inning, or top of the 5th inning, rather. Pitch on the way from Greif. That is ripped foul again down the third base line. Wissey getting out in front of it, getting good bat on the ball, but pulling him foul. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. See if Greif comes with another changeup here. Here's the pitch. Pitch is outside for ball 3. That makes the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. The runner at third will be going on the pitch. And here comes a payoff pitch from Greif. Misses upstairs. Yep, it's ball 4.
Just missed outside, ball 4.
So Wissey draws her walk, brings up the left fielder number 2, Katie Pollock. She was hit by a pitch and grounded out her first 2 trips.
Brings to the plate left fielder number 2, Katie Pollock.
Left fielder steps in, runners at first and third. I'm sure Coach Katie Gravert will send her runner, as the Tigers will probably let it go. Infield drawn in for Grinnell, expecting a bunt. That pitch in there for a strike. Tiger infield way in. Kelsey Van Compernoll about 3 steps behind the pitcher at second base, way in. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, hit towards the pitcher, snagged by the pitcher, across to first in time to get the putout and retire the side. Dutch get 2 across. They trail 6-2 on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy. Or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by ASI Signs and the Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Bottom of the 5th inning we go. Tigers leading off with third base number 21, Ashton Imhoff. She singled and scored her first time up, flew out her second time up. So Ashton 1 for 2 on the night, facing Sage DeYoung, still on the mound there for the Dutch. Here comes the pitch. Upstairs for ball 1. Tiger boys still lead the Dutch 4-0, top of the 5th inning, over on the baseball field. So that pitch swung on and popped up in center field. Center fielder underneath it makes the catch for the out. Brings up second baseman number 32, Kelsey Van Compernoll.
Brings to the plate second baseman
0 for 2 on the night, grounded out and flew out her prior 2 trips, but has made a stellar defensive play in the field. Back in the 3rd inning. Tell you about it here in a minute. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 1. She was playing her normal position at second base. She had to range all the way over to her left towards the first base side, dove full out, stabbed the line drive shot. It bounced the grounder and got up and threw to first in time to get the runner out to retire the side. As that pitch misses low for ball 2. So a big, big play in this ball game for the Tigers defensively. Here's a 2-0. It's upstairs for ball 3. And again, Sage DeYoung gives a long look at our home plate umpire.
I have to look on that one too.
That's
good.
It looked pretty good, but he's right there. You got to play through it. So here's the 3-0. That's upstairs. Van Compernoll walks on 4 pitches. Just what you don't want to do, obviously, if you're the Pella Dutch. Let the Tigers get somebody on. Brings up first base, number 12, Jenna Mintle. 0 for 2 on the night. Struck out and grounded out her prior 2 trips. Of course, Van Compernoll with speed at first, always a threat to steal. Test the armor of the Dutch catcher, Ava Curry, who I would guess has a pretty good arm, I would guess. Mintle digs in. Here's a pitch. Squares the bunt. Nothing there. Outside for ball 1. Van Compernoll kind of takes a step towards first like she's going to steal. Curry hops up to look her back. Nothing happened, so it's ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runner on first for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They lead the Dutch 6-2. High school softball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Here's the pitch. Squares the bunt again. This time the bunt's put down at first. Only play for the pitcher is to go to first. Van Compernoll advances to second. Sacrificed by Mintle. 1-3 for the second out. Brings up left fielder Libby Walton. Walton singled and struck out looking her prior 2 trips. 1 for 2 on the night. See if Coach Doty dials something up here. Again, as you said earlier, both the Tiger players and the Dutch players have wristbands on with plays on them. Instead of giving a bunch of hand signals, the coach just calls out a number. The players look at the wristband, get the play, and they know what to do. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss by Walton for strike 1. Walton now looking to advance Van Compernoll. There's a pitch upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, you see the Tiger base runner get a big lead off. She can stay there until the pitcher gets the ball. As long as the pitcher's in the circle, once they have the ball, they have to either advance to the next base or retreat immediately back to the bag. That pitch upstairs for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Runner at second for the Tigers. Libby Walton, the Tiger left fielder, batting. Here's the pitch. Catches the inside corner for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 runner on in the bottom of the 5th inning. DeYoung gets a sign. Here's a pitch. Low and away for ball 3. Fills up the count at 3-2. Means Van Compernoll will be running on the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Big moment here in the game. Bottom of the 5th. Sage DeYoung gets a sign from a catcher, who gets it from her coach. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. That's dropped. Throw down to first. Quickly, though, gets the runner out. So it's a strikeout and a throw out. That ends the threat. And Tigers do not get anybody across. Grinnell leads 6-2. To the top of the 7th we go on the Tiger Sports. So top of the 6th we go, the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
I'm Sarah Smith, and I'm excited to share that I am running for Iowa House District 53 in 2022. As a lifelong Iowan and a native of Grinnell, I know the district well, and I have a vested interest in its success. It has been a home to my family for generations, which is why I am eager to learn more from you and support our collective growth. So please follow me, ask me, join me. Visit sarahsmithforiowa.com.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, 3rd generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pax Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyeisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polyeis Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Sarah Smith for Iowa House, Polyeis Pizza, and the top of the 6th innings brought to you by Brent Nickel State Farm.
All right, leading off for the Dutch here in the top of the 6th inning, left fielder number 2, Katie Pollock, hit by a pitch and grounded out her prior 2 trips.
For the Dutch, second baseman number 13, Tori Van Vark.
Well, pardon me, it is Tori Van Vark. My mistake. Van Vark leading off for the Dutch. 2 for 2. There's a hit up the middle, and now Van Vark is 3 for 3. Van Vark, 3 singles on the night, and the Dutch have their leadoff runner aboard.
Leadoff runner aboard. Pella bringing up the designated player number 5.
Brings up designated player number 5, Katrina Dixon. 0 for 2. Struck out, ground out. Dutch trail 6-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. Ella Greif looks in, gets the sign from a catcher. There's a pitch hit, line drive shot to the first baseman, gets past, caught by the shortstop, throw to first, gets past the first baseman, the runner does not advance. And a big out that time.
Line drive caught by Taylor Smith at short, out number 1.
Brings up the first out. Van Vark stays at first base.
Number 8, Ella Corbin.
Brings up first baseman number 8, Ellen Coben. She lined out her first time up, walked and scored her second time up. There's a pitch, low for ball 1. Six to 2, Tigers with the lead. Top of the 6th inning. Pitch from Greif. Misses on the outside corner for ball 2. Tiger fans wanted that one for sure. Did not get the call. And Greif in the hole. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That pitch in there for a strike. 2 balls and a strike now to the Dutch first baseman, Ellen Coben. Pitch from Greif. Swung on and popped up foul behind the plate. Tiger catcher Greta Dodd cannot get to it. Drops in foul for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first for Pella here in the top of the 6th inning. They trail Grinnell 6-2 on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network on YouTube. Coben digs in, gets set to face Greif for the 2-2. Swung on and hit towards center field. Well hit. Catch made in center field by Van Compernel. Runner tagged up. Let's see if they're going to get her. And then gets her out. Runner had to go back and tag. At first she thought it was in there. She ran towards the bag, then went back to tag up, but could not get there in time. So it's a double play for the Tigers to get out of the inning, and that's it for the Dutch in the top of the 6th inning. After 5.5, Grinnell leads Pella 6-2 on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual and West Finch Auto Plaza.
All right, in between innings there, Pella coach Katie Graver had a discussion with both umpires. Only thing I think she could question was the fact that her runner beat the throw at second. I can't imagine what else she could have seen, but she's getting very animated, not liking what she's hearing from the umpire. The Pella defense did not go out to the infield there for most of that break between the innings. And they must have said something because both umpires were there talking. Now the field umpire walked away, and the Pella Dutch take the defensive infield. Coach Graver not happy at all with the umpiring there. Again, not sure what she could have saw or what she thought she saw or what rule may have been violated, but nonetheless it stood as it was, a double play for the Tigers to get out of that inning, and they lead 6-2 here as they move to the bottom of the 6th inning. So we'll have to maybe try to get some clarification on that if we can. Again, my guess is maybe she thought her runner at first was held up, or when she went back to tag that the Tiger first baseman got in her way. She had to go around her for maybe she's trying to get interference. Who knows? But again, umpires listened to her and didn't make any changes. So that's the way it is. All right, bottom of the 6th we go. Tigers have the bottom of the lineup. And now we have Taylor Smith now batting in place of Macy Andrews in the 9th spot. Coach Mike Doty now giving the changes to the home plate umpire. And we're going to be going here, hopefully here in a moment. On the baseball field, Tiger boys still lead the Dutch 4-0. They're now in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tigers have a runner on first, but with 2 outs. And now the umpire gets the changes from Coach Doty. The umpire then relays that to the visiting dugout, the Pella Dutch. And as you said, Taylor Smith now stepping in to bat for Macy Andrews. So Smith's first plate appearance tonight, facing Sage DeYoung, still on the circle for the Dutch. Tigers lead 6-2 here, bottom of the 6th inning. Smith digs in. Here's a pitch from DeYoung. Scores to bunt, pulls it back, and it is ball 1. One ball, no strikes now to Smith. Scores a bunt, is a beautiful bunt. Smith scurrying down to first, throw not in time. Oh, they did get her. Assistant coach Kate Kriegel did a little bunny hop there. That was close. That should teach me to try to go ahead of the umpire. That was very close, but nice play by the Dutch. Curry gets up and throws her out just by a whisker for the first out. Back to the top of the order for the Tigers. The pitcher, number 13, Ella Greif. She is 1 for 3 on the night. Singled and scored, flew out, and walked her prior 3 trips. That pitch drifts inside for ball 1. Sage DeYoung tells her catcher, Ava Curry, I want a new softball. Umpire obliges, gets her a new ball, and we are set to go. (6-2) Tigers with the lead. Here's the pitch. Way inside. Oh, that hit her. All right. Definitely was inside because it hit her. Obviously unintentional, not what you want to do. So Greif gets on board. See if Coach Doty is going to have a courtesy. Nope. Coach Graver's going to come out and talk to her infield. And we have a new pitcher coming in for the Dutch. Looks like the Dutch third baseman came in. Kiki Riggin now going to pitch.
New pitcher for Pella is number 9, Kiki Riggin, coming in from.
We'll see who goes in at third base here in just a moment. We'll keep it right here while they do that. I believe by rule now they get 7 warm-up pitches. Coach Graver giving the changes to the umpire, who will then relay it to the Tiger dugout. Again, if you just joined us, Tigers jumped out. Pella batted in their top of the first inning. They retired 3 up, 3 down. 3 strikeouts by Ella Greif to start the game. Then in the bottom of the first, Tigers played 5 runs across on singles and aggressive base running, and they led 5-0. Then Pella was held scoreless in their top of the second inning, and the Tigers picked up 1 in the bottom of the second. They led 6-0. And it stayed that way until the top of the 5th inning. Then Pella kind of got things going with a walk, a single, another walk, and another single. They get 2 across, and that leaves us where we are, 6-2, Tigers with the lead over the Pella Dutch here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
So if you were curious, that was right at 94 pitches.
And I don't know, what is the threshold on the baseball side for when they have to, 108, isn't it, I believe? 100?
112.
112. So that's some pitches left to work with if we were doing that pitch count thing on the softball side of things, but we are not.
But just gives you an idea, you know, it's probably the same practicality as when people's arms wear out or start getting tired.
Kate Van Compernol steps in now for the Tigers. Scores the bunt. Runner going. Throw down quickly by Curry is in time. Gets her out. So we have a ball to the batter. And then the runner caught stealing for the second out.
So 2 down. Nobody on for Grinnell. A ball count on Kate Van Compernol.
Tiger center fielder digs in. Kate Van Compernol facing now Kiki Riggin. Here's a pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike against the Tiger center fielder. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled down the third base side. Out of the reach of everybody. Drops in for a strike. Count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. For the Dutch, in the top of the 7th inning, they will have their 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Katie Pollock, Tori Van Vark, and Katrina Dixon, all scheduled to hit, depending upon any changes Coach Katie Grabbert makes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on for the Tigers here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's a pitch. Riggin thought she had strike 3. She was walking towards the dugout, and so did a lot of people. I'm not sure where that missed, but the umpire said it did miss. And that now is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Woof. Here's a pitch. Swung on and fouled back off the top of the fence. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kate Van Compernol, the Tiger center fielder. Walked, doubled, flew out, scored 2 runs tonight. There's the pitch upstairs for ball 3. Nice job by Van Compernol to work the count back to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Facing Kiki Riggin, who came in this inning for the Dutch. Here's the pitch. Swung on and chopped foul. Nice piece of hitting by Van Compernol. Looked like she was fooled on that just a little bit. Got out in front of it, but got the bat on it just enough to foul it off. And stayed alive. Again, as I explained earlier, that's what we call protecting the plate. With 2 strikes, you want the batter, you want them to protect, foul things off till they get something to hit. Here's the 3-2. Upstairs, and Van Compernol draws a walk. That brings up the catcher, number 6, Greta Dodd for the Tigers. She is 3 for 3 on the night with a run scored. 3 singles and a run scored for Dodd tonight. That'll help the old average. Facing Kiki Riggin. Here's the pitch. Pella third baseman cheats down, anticipating a bunt. Ball misses low for ball 1. If Dodd gets on, that'll bring up the right fielder, Ree Reese, for the Tigers. But first things first. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out, runner on first for the Tigers here. Bottom of the 6th. There's a pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. Again, I will say for the most part, the home plate umpire has been very consistent on giving the outside strike to both pitchers tonight. Here's a pitch. Runner going. It's in there for a strike. Throw down is in time for the out. So Curry does it again. Gets the put out, and that will retire the side. Dodd will bat to lead off the bottom of the 7th if they get there. The Tigers get nobody across. They lead 6-2 on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy. Or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by the Dairy Barn and ASI Signs. In this top of the 7th innings, brought to you by Brent Nichols State Farm.
All right, and our foul balls, as they have been all season long, brought to us by Search Financial. Don't run afoul of your financial situation. Stop in or call Search Financial Services on Main Street in downtown Grinnell. Tom Search, Dustin Smith, Natalie Pavey. Give them a call or stop in to their office on Main Street for all your financial needs. Top of the 7th we go. Dutch down to their last 3 batters. Shekel, the shortstop, Katie Shekel, steps in. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. 9, 1, and 2 hitters for the Dutch, so Shekel, Curry, and Tauke. Due up for the Dutch. There's a pitch swung on, hit hard to the shortstop, off the chin, across the diamond in time. Gets the out at first. Took the shot. Ball bounced up, hit her up in the neck or upper chest area, or maybe the throat area. Stayed right with it. Gets the ball across the diamond in time for a very important and very big first out. Brings up number 20, Ava Curry, the Dutch catcher. 1 for 3 on the night. Struck out, grounded out, and singled her first trip out. There's a high pop fly to right field. Right fielder camps underneath it. Reese makes the catch. And just like that, the Dutch are down to their last out. Kylie Tauke, the center fielder, 0 for 3 on the night, struck out and 2 groundouts so far for her on the night. Tigers are looking to notch their 4th conference win. As you said, gaining some momentum as they head towards the postseason. There's the first pitch in there for a strike. Two big outs here. The top of the 7th. Right for the pitch. That bounces low in the dirt. Nice stop by Greta Dodd. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. As you said, our next broadcast on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network will be Wednesday. The boys baseball team has a doubleheader hosting Oskaloosa Wednesday. Here's a pitch. Swung on and hit towards the pitcher's side. Throw it across in time. Gets the out, and that is the ball game. Tigers get a huge win at home as they beat the Dutch 6-2. Making those runs hold up. Tigers get it. And a big victory, a much-deserved win. As you said, this group was due, Dan. And not to quote anybody, but, if you trust the process, you hang in there, things are going to happen. And Tigers have hung in there all season, played some close games. Tonight they put it together, got the win.
This last 2 weeks, they played some complete games. And I think that's going to be the benefit of what moves on. It was kind of iffy because last time they went down to Pella for the doubleheader, those went in both games, 8 innings. So, they played with them. And tonight, I think, I think I saw one error, maybe 2 errors at the most from Grinnell, but just went and took care of the ball game and took care of the ball on the defensive end. And That's why we're seeing a score tonight, 6-2, and they ought to be happy with themselves.
Absolutely, and that all-important momentum, as we said, you want us to be able to peak and start playing your best ball of the season, no matter what sport you're in, as you get close to playoff times, and certainly this could help springboard the Tigers to that. Over the baseball field, the Tiger boys lead the Dutch 4-0 here in the top of the sixth, and that'll do it for our broadcast tonight on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. I want to thank Dan Walker, Director of Operations, for helping me out, and which I need all the help I get. And also a big thank you and a salute to all our fine sponsors who help bring this broadcast possible and bring it home to you. Final score tonight, 6-2. Tigers get the win. Chris Juni saying good night, everybody, from the softball complex on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.